Hi, I am Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I am a soul sculptor. I am the healer of broken hearts, and I help you overcome past trauma and suffering so that you can have the magical life you deserve. It's so good to be here with you today. Okay, so a subject came up at my last webinar about hate. What happens when you feel hate? What's going on when you feel hate? How do you get rid of it? And what do you need to do, if there's anything at all that you need to do? So the first thing that I want to say about hate is that it is on the same spectrum as love. Hate is at one end, and love is at the other. So they're diametrically opposed, oceans apart. Hate over here, love over here. Hate over here, love over here. So I'm just going to ask you, if hate is over here and love is over here, and then there's varying degrees of hate, varying degrees of love, and then at the far end, you're in love, compassion, and complete acceptance at the other end of the love spectrum, right? And when you're in the vehement hate, oh, I hate Republicans, or I hate Democrats, or I hate blacks, I hate whites, whatever it is, I hate my mother, I hate my brother, whatever the hate is that you're experiencing and feeling, you cannot hold two vibrations in your heart at the same time. I'm going to do this again for those that have just joined. So if hate and love are on a spectrum, which they are, hate over here, far, far on the right, love on the left, it could be the other way around, that hate is over here, love is over here. It doesn't matter which end, but they are diametrically opposed, but on the same spectrum. And there are varying degrees of hate and varying degrees of love. And so when we feel hate at all, I hate my teacher, I hate math, I hate this government, I hate the impeachment. When you're in that spectrum of hate, you cannot hold love in your heart at the same time. It's not possible. It is not humanly, physically, or emotionally possible. So you have to work through the hate. Why do you hate? Why do you hate this person? What has happened in the past that has made you hate them? And, I will say, I've done 35 years of inner work on myself, and I continue to do that work every day, every single day. Whether it's prayer, meditation, Kundalini yoga, I dance, I'm always, always, always working on myself. And if we're not working on ourselves, then we're going to end up with emotions that just get stuck and don't get processed. And then they cause anxiety, depression. And then we're going to go further into that arena. Sinus infections, bladder infections, pneumonia, cancer, wanting to be vengeful, wanting revenge for something someone has done to you is on that vast spectrum of hate. And so, you could have children, and here you are hating your mother. How can you love your children when you're hating your mother? How can you love your husband or your boyfriend if you're hating your brother that molested you? We cannot hold hate in our hearts and live in forgiveness. And forgiveness sets us free. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for us, and it allows us to let go of all that burden of resentment, hate, anything negative that we may have felt over the years. Holding negative emotions like hate in our heart harms us. It lowers our vibration, and it will eventually make us sick, which is why, with all the abuse I've had in my life, I have forgiven every single person that ever abused me or hurt me. Every single person. And so as a result, I don't have physical pain. It's funny because I was called by my insurance company today. Do you have pain? Do you have difficulty moving? Do you have difficulty lifting your arms? Or no, I don't. I have no physical pain, but there was a time that I did. There was a time that I didn't have forgiveness in my heart. I didn't have love in my heart. I had hatred for myself. And that's the thing. That's the undercurrent. But underneath hate for others is hatred for ourselves. We can't hate others and love ourselves. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. So in order for us to love us, we have to resolve this hatred. We have to forgive those people that hurt or harmed us. So I'd love to hear from you what experience you have with hate and forgiveness, and is it a challenge for you to let go? It was hard for me for the longest time. I felt like a victim. I wanted revenge. I wanted something in return. And you know, the thing is that there's good karma and bad karma. You know, you do good things in the world and good will come back to you. You do bad things in the world, you hurt other people, bad things will happen to you. It's the law of cause and effect. It is absolutely in play in the universe, and we're all working with it today, which is why you see me on Fridays at the beach doing these live videos, because I am giving all of what I have learned over 35 years of hard work to come to this place of loving me. And so if you have a question about how do I process this, what do I do, how can I let go? So I'm just going to give you a couple of tips. You do not need to be certified on forgiveness to be able to forgive. You don't need to take a course on forgiveness to be able to forgive. I will share it with you open-heartedly in the way that I have used it and taught all my clients to do it too. And it is called the Ho'oponopono prayer. And this prayer is from Hawaii, from the Kahuna healers, and they have used it for all manner of healing. And so what you do is you hold in your heart this feeling of forgiveness. You're thinking about yourself first, and I like to bow my head because it quiets the mind. I maybe hug myself, put my arms over my chest, bow my head, and then this is the prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And you do this prayer, you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you feel a release. And when you feel the release, then you can forgive your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, whoever it is you need to forgive, and it is all for you. This forgiveness is for you. It helps you, but it also raises your vibration. It allows you to let go of this burden of resentment and hate. So forgiving yourself for, I know somebody asked me recently, well, why would I want to forgive my rapist or my molester? Why would I want to do that? They hurt me. And that is true. That did happen. And I am very sorry that you experienced that. I did too. I experienced it also. So I know how much it hurts. I know what it does to the psyche. And any kind of trauma will hurt us. But we have to be willing to let it go and move beyond it, move past it, because when we can move to the other side, that's where we find joy and happiness. It is holding this unforgiveness in our hearts keeps us from having all that we deserve, all the joy, all the happiness. So the forgiveness piece will free you from the burden of suffering, free you from the burden of hanging on to that hatred, and allow you to love yourself more, feel better about yourself, and happier about life. And that is the goal. Everyone deserves to be in joy and happiness. Now, there was a time that I wasn't there, and every day was filled with pain and sorrow, but it is not that way any longer. And I can attest to the fact that I did it without a pill, I did it without medication, and I did it myself, and you can too. But I am also here to help those that are committed to doing this work, that need a little leg up, that need a little guidance. And you can watch my videos. I have 2 YouTube channels. You can see my videos about how to love yourself, how to forgive yourself. And I also have free blog posts, 1,100 of them on my website that you can peruse. And also on my website, there is a free download, Transmuting Worry, because a lot of people are worried today, and it is my free gift to you. It's on my website, JenniferElizabethMasters.com. Mwah! Thank you so much for watching today. It's so good to see all my old friends, not old people, but old friends here coming to visit. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters.